Okay. What are we looking at today? Belveth versus Khazix.
I think I would like to know more about the Khazix matchup.
Okay.
He,
Sounds good.
he I'm very scared of him.
Yeah. I'd say with this matchup, normally it's pre-6, you're pretty happy. You could usually do whatever you want. And then once he hits 6, it becomes a lot harder because once Kha'Zix has Q evolve, he can honestly just stand still and spam Q. There's nothing really you can really do. So I think a lot of times it's you can snowball or force fights or invades early, and then once he's level 6, then you have to play with your around your teammates more because you have more value with your teammates because you have you have a CC. Well, Kha'Zix has nothing, so like your 1v1 level 6, it becomes losing, but your 2v2 or your 3v3 should still be good, right? I think this game is a game that if you wanted to path down, you could, just because top is you have a tank top, so top's kind of hard to play for. Kasante. Well, bot is it's not that bot's easy to play for per se, but sorry, since enemy support is Nautilus, I'm always going to assume he's gonna hook in eventually, or fight or engage. So if you're ever like near that side of the map while someone queues in, it's usually gonna go well. But I think you can path either way this game. Um, Full clear up. It looks like Kha'Zix evades you. I think anytime you see him, because here you actually saw him on red. Uh, so it looks like he did like Raptor Star. And it looks like he did Raptor's Krugs red. So this could always be possible. Q. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, pre-6 you win. After 6 he wins. Here he gets the jump on you, and your E's down, and you still beat him, right? Like your E's down, your Q's are down, and you're still beating his ass. So pre-6 this 1v1 is always good. It's only once he hits level 6 that it becomes way worse. So boom, this guy dies. Nice, he took your wolves, but he obviously flashes and dies, so it's completely worth for you. And here I think you're tracking poorly. Um, fucking young, especially when this is your ward. Like you're the one that placed this red before, right? So when what's the point of placing vision if you're not actually paying attention? Because obviously you see that he didn't start his red buff because you see the icons up. So that means he must have started his Raptors because obviously it's impossible to start Krugs, right? And you know he did red buff because when he fights you here, he has red buff on him. So I think that you should know he started Raptors, and again, anytime someone as a Belveth player, you should know that when people start Raptors, that means the Raptors usually respawn 355 to 400, somewhere in that time frame. So obviously after you kill Crab, it is now I think it's 345 right now. So instead of recalling here, I would just recall here, and then and you'll see as the thing is spawning, you'll just start the crab. You'll start the raptors immediately because right now it is 355, and his raptors have just respawned. And as you see, he is on the bot side. So the jungle right now should end. He's 14 CS. You're 26. You're gonna take his raptors and his krugs. Then you'll base, or if you see top gankable, you'll go for top. Otherwise, you'll just base, and now you're gonna be the jungle's over because you're up +2 camps. Plus, he died early. Plus, your Wolves and Gromp are being cycled while his Wolves Gromp aren't being cycled because he skipped his Wolves Gromp to invade you. So I think if you're just tracking properly and you take both these top camps, you're just gonna you're gonna be up a full level this game, and you're gonna be up a huge amount of gold. And again, in this matchup, because your 1v1 level 6 is bad, it's really important that you snowball early. Because normally if you're both 0-0 level 6, but then you'll lose. But if you're 2-0 and he's 0-0 level 6, then you'll win. Because even in the worst matchup, if you just have a level lead and an item lead, then it won't matter. You know, you could be playing the worst matchup in the game, but if you're up 2 levels and a full item, you'll still win, right? Um, but here I think you've done nothing. You've killed this crab at 340. It is now 430, and we have done this. You know, it's been 40
Hmm.
seconds. We could have taken this. We could have taken this. We could have reset. We could have reset here and bought full light, bought double like triple longsword, or like sorry, double longsword plus dagger. But now we're hitting camp with 0 items, so you kill this extremely, extremely slow. This is gonna be fucking world record on on the opposite of speed, right? And we just haven't impacted any lanes, haven't done anything. So I think this is in this match. You said you want matchup info. The matchup's really simple. Pre six you win, post six you lose, and you have spent your entire quote unquote like advantage doing nothing. Here you see again. I think another. I don't want to keep railing into you, but I think another example of just really poor tracking. Um, Earlier here, you know that he started Raptors Krugs red, and then he died,
Mm.
and then he respawned, and then he did Scuttle, and then he's gonna clear up, and now he's gonna do Scuttle, Blue, Gromp, Wolves into like this, right? So you know he's on Scuttle right now, because you saw him, right? And now he's probably on his Blue, and now he's on his Gromp, and now he's on his Wolves, and now he's on his Raptors, and now he's on his Krugs, right? So you know he just killed the entire bot side, and now you run to his bot side when this Gromp can't be up, right? Because it's not possible. So when you see him top here, you should just immediately start dragon. Boom. I see jungle top side. I know his bot side can't be up because you were on Krugs the same time he was on Gromp basically, right? So your Krugs probably spawn like 20 seconds after his. If I had to guess off tracking, if your Krug spawned in 44 seconds, his Gromp probably spawns in like 20 to 25 seconds. That's my best guess. Just off how tracking is. And like I was right. His Gromp spawns. Yeah, it's very similar to your Krugs. So I think you could do Dragon here. Let's see if this gank works. Go for this gank. I still has flash. It's very close. And it looks like it ends up working, but this is I call this a little too close for comfort. Agreed. So this is if you guys get double killed here, the game's over. You can literally just fucking type chat, type FF15 because if you guys double killed here, it's just so fucking over. So this obviously goes well, but I think the dragon is like guaranteed. Zero chance it goes badly because Khazix is not obviously topside, and if these guys want to walk into river to stop you, then the fight will be way less close because there's no minion wave to fight in. There's no tower to run towards, stuff like that, right? So I think that's basically it for the early game is lost opportunities to invade, and then we still have not done we haven't really just pushed our matchup lead at all. But either way, the game's going well. It's 102, 6-5. You can't help him there. Ignore his ping. It's not your fault. He does dragons. We pull grubs. Makes sense. We have Kraken now. Now we're pretty strong. We can look to fight. But yeah, now again, you're just even. Yeah, you're up a level, but if you look at items, you're Kraken to Profane, so your items are exactly even. And this matchup, once you're level 6 and above, you need to have a full item component on them. Like if you have tab buys right now, let's say this boots are tab buys, then you'd win this. But you need in you have a losing 1v1 matchup, you need a item advantage to win it. If way being here doesn't matter, you would have lost anyways. So, and I think this has nothing to do with now. This is all from your previous mistakes. Um, so now that you died, our lead is pretty much gone. Top getting solo kill promo is not your fault. That just happens. Nice kill. Good job. I think it's definitely worth to go early tab buys in this matchup. Just to avoid dying. That's not terrible value because they have Zaheen and they have Kaisa, so it's not like if he's like solo AD, it'd be a bit awkward, but it's not a terrible game. Yeah, there's not much you could do really. Losing one matchup. Um, once your Balian dies, probably best to just. Actually, there's not really much you could do, Loki. You're gonna. If I said otherwise, it'd be hindsight. You don't. The top's not really gankable. Mid's not gankable. Bot's dead. No camps to invade. I don't really have a takeaway here for you, sadly. This is kind of a fucked up situation. There's not really much for you. Instead of doing red to Raptors, I'd probably do red to Krugs and just clear upwards. I'm not really expecting myself to 2v1 their bot lane. When like if you look bot lane here, you saw you just pan your camera and you saw that bot lane's right here. If you looked here and you saw this and this, like they're both low, then yeah, sure, let's path downwards to gank them. But when you see this, I think to myself, okay, there's no way I'll 2v1 them because they're both above half HP. Nahus has Q, has auto, Kai'Sa has her E. Like, guys, they have plenty of ways to stop me. I don't have flash. I can't just like flash W or anything, you know. So in my head, if these guys are ungankable and unfightable, which is the case, then I'd want to path away from them. Maybe go for the Zaheen kill. Maybe path more towards my respawning camps, right? I'm probably not playing for this dragon when I lose 1v1. My bot lane just lost tower and died 2v2. At this point, we probably just have to trade. So if the next objective is dragon, I'm just instantly assuming I have to give it. I'm too weak to fight it. And I'm just gonna clear away from the objective, which would be red Krug Raptors. But here you're doing red Raptors to Krugs instead of red Krug Raptors, so you're choosing to path towards bot lane. But I don't think you want to even nothing to do with Khazix being here, because otherwise, if I talked about that, that'd be just hindsight. Let's say Khazix isn't here, we're never killing their bot lane 2v1, right? And all you're doing is putting yourself by doing Krugs, you're putting yourself on a side of the map that you don't want to be a part of. You're not hitting this tower. You're not playing for Scuttle because you saw what happened last time you went for Scuttle Crab, and we're not fighting Dragon. So I think I'd rather be instead of being here right now, I'd rather be on Raptors. So if they want to play for Dragon, I could go take check his top camps or try to 2v1 gank the Zaheen again. You know. Um. But yeah, once we die here and then we lose Dragon, I think this game is pretty rough. But we'll see. Yeah, because I think this Zaheen is killable, and they're playing pretty aggressive. I just need a trade. Get our blue. Do you see Kha'Zix on Herald? Let's see. No, you don't. If you saw Kha'Zix on Herald, I would say instead of basing, just go to his bot camps or try to kill Hui. But since you never saw him, I think it's too scary. I think you never saw him. And once you see him, it's too late. Okay, just try to get picks. I like how you're playing patiently with Strybreaker. Really good dodge. Good job. Wasted flash. This guy is never gonna live once he flashes. Not only do you obviously have 4 Qs, so you're gonna catch up to eventually, but you also have red buff slow on him. Um, so even if he doesn't die now, he'll die eventually. Just try to keep your flash, but it's still really good. I think you played the mechanically really well. Nice cleanup. That's why this game. I was wondering why this game stalls at 32 minutes because I thought you would just lose instantly. It's because they just start trolling and giving all their shutdowns away. So no, I think now the way you're playing to trade and just playing for picks is really good. I think you could have started doing this early, like at that Red Krugs Raptors example. That's when you should have started doing that trading idea. The last 5 minutes you've been trading perfectly, like from here to here. I think, but then, yeah, from here to here you've been trading perfectly, and then here to here you kept playing to match when you should still be trading. That makes sense. The second you see
Yeah,
your bot lane die 2v2, and that was your only lane that was playable, that's what the second you should be like, okay, time to just perma trade and just never die and just wait for the opponents to fuck up and then punish them. Like what you're doing right now, basically. Because this is awesome. Got a bunch of kills. Got Otacon. Base for item soon. Play for this dragon respawning. Because the mid fight, let's watch it. Zero ult at a fucking herald. Yeah, what a mess. Nice. This is good. I remember last time one of the big feedbacks I was giving you was to play for your reset more and how in team fights when you get your reset it does a lot of damage and this is a really good example. You get this reset, look at this damage. Boom. 728, 232, 354. This ult just did over 1,000 damage. Plus it healed you for like over 200, you know? So I think the way you just played in for this reset's really good. Here I think you just keep chasing Hui. Like here, instead of queuing down, you could
mm,
use this queue upwards, and this guy will die to 2 autos plus your next W. And then Zaheen, when this guy gets out of revive, he's gonna come to peeler. But by the time he comes, Hui's already dead, and then you'll take the Hui revive, and then you'll heal up, and you might be able to kill Zaheen as well. I think instead of queuing down, you kill this guy, and this could be a super play. You might just fucking kill them all. Or at the very least, if you die, at least you get an extra, you take down one extra person with you. You know.
yeah. I think during this game, I tried to time my ultimate with Sahin Revive
Uh huh.
to try and kill him,
It's a bit
but
rough.
I
Yeah.
think mistimed it.
Yeah, the timing's a bit rough. But I like the idea. The idea's not bad. I'm glad that you're looking to get the revive damage more, because I remember last time that was one of my biggest complaints. So it's always good to see people working on that. Nice. Get a revive. Boom! Look at that fucking damage. Another revive. Boom! Look at that 350. It's also the thing is it's true damage too. Like true damage is fucking OP in League. No, good fighting. I have no fighting's awesome. Base, third item, perfect. At this point, there's not really much macro. It's just mid late game is all just team fighting, so we're just gonna review the mechanics of it, and we're just getting picks from it. Nice. You killed him over the wall. Q W. Oh, nice. No, this is good. I have no complaints. You die, but it's chill. You did the best you could. Let me watch this one more time. Q, stride breaker, Q, W, Q, E. Yeah, it looks good. Probably didn't have to use flash and Q. Probably just had to flash, but it's fine. Yeah, I know. I don't think you could have lived. I think that was played really well. I think now your teammates are just fucking useless. Mid late game, I have no complaints. I think you're playing the mid game. That's funny. I think you're playing the mid late game really well, and you play the early game badly, which is funny because usually Belveth players have the opposite problem. Usually Belveth players have a stereotype, just being super aggressive early, and they just snowball really hard, and then they're known to like throw their lead because the champ doesn't really scale that. It's funny because the champ has infinite scaling, but the champ's not really known for their scaling. The champ's known for their snowballing and their invading and their ganking and their spam fighting. But I think you excel at the mid late game part, which is what most Belveth players are bad at, and you're kind of bad at snowballing the early game, which is what most Belveth players are good at. So it's kind of it's backwards, but I think that's a good thing. So I think it's easy, it's way easier to learn early game than it is to learn how to play mid late game fights correctly. And so yeah, so I don't know, mid late game I really I don't have much more feedback from you. I think the way you're playing these fights is really good. Let me keep watching. You have 6 items now, so we're playing super fucking aggressive. Get the smite, perfect. Run this guy down, E to finish him off, perfect. Kazante ulted that guy to his fucking safety. Get another ult, revive. I think you aced me on the game, right? Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, mid late game was great. I think early game, I think a lot of it is jungle tracking and playing to re-invade, and also keeping your tempo up. Like stopping your base this many times, and also you have to understand doing camps level 1 with no items is really fucking slow. Um, like to kill this camp with smite still takes forever. Plus raptors as well. So I think the early games all you really have to do is track way better. And I guess you said you want to learn this matchup. A lot of matchups for Belveth are similar to this. They're not the same 1-to-1, but because Belveth doesn't have a combat ult, right? Her ult doesn't give her anything in 1v1. A lot of her matchups are gonna be the same vibe of you win pre-6, and then once you 6, that's when you start losing 1v1s because most junglers have combat ults. Like Lee Sin has a combat ult, Viego has a combat ult, Trundle has a combat ult in this game. Khazix has a combat ult because his ult gives him a Q evolve. So a lot of Belveth matchups, you're gonna excel versus people level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then once at 6, unless you are 2-0 or 3-0 or 1-0 or have a big CS lead, it's gonna be hard for you. So that's why it's important for you to you know, get a gold lead, get an XP lead by either invading them or getting ganks off or kills. And if you fail to do that, which this game you fail to do that, which is fine. It's not like you have to adapt to it and realize, okay, now since I didn't get the lead I'm supposed to get, now I have to respect him and play a bit safer. So going for like crabs like this when you have no idea where he is, like in this game, you went for a crab here when you have no idea where he was, you just can't do and you don't have a big lead because if he shows up, you're just fucked. Um, so that's the Khazix matchup, but that's also a lot of Belveth matchups. Any questions? Anything I didn't talk about this game you want to look at?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's jungle tracking.
You have any questions on jungle tracking at all, or did I explain it well enough for you?
Uh, I think for a lot of games, I just don't look at my map.
Mhm.
Uh,